What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another week, another episode of the Goonz podcast. I am your host, DJ Vega.
MJ Panda.
And boy, do I got like an interesting story to tell you. We'll get into that here in a little bit. But because man, this absolutely blew my mind. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. How has your freaking week been so far? I feel like, honestly, this week's been going by slow for me.
It's kind of it's mid, I guess.
I don't know. You've heard me say it a million times. I'll say it a million and once more times. I'm ready for spring break. I'm ready for summer break.
Yeah, me too.
That and
like 2 weeks, 3 weeks coming. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah,
the 11th is spring break.
Like two and a half weeks or some shit like that for spring break. It's right around the corner. It's not too far away, which I am ready for that. I'm also ready for my cruise that I'm going on in May.
No, I ain't got nothing, man. I'm doing another class.
Oh yeah. You have to watch. You have to watch the animals for us while we're gone.
Screw them animals.
Which is funny because actually the first week that weekend that we leave for the cruise is actually drill weekend, but I'm gonna reschedule because I bought this reservation like a year and a half ago. How about we don't got the Dos Equis today. We're not gonna be shotgunning these either because we gotta make these last for the whole episode. But got a little twisted tea coming at you this week.
I'm twisted and I'm tea.
I'm twisted and I'm tea. Crack that little John open. Not sponsored by Twisted Tea or any alcoholic beverage that we enjoy on this podcast.
I'm craving cereal right now. I'm so hungry.
I say we get us a little bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch after this is over. Bro, nighttime cereal hits different than morning cereal.
2 to 3 in the morning cereal is what. That's my calling right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my calling.
But if we're being dead complete honest, I feel like nighttime cereal just is the best time to have cereal. It beats morning cereal by a long shot. It's just like the perfect midday and late night, like little snacky snack.
It's not my snack, it's my dinner. It's my dinner.
No, sometimes this man will sit there and just have himself like 2-3 bowls of cereal and he's like, all right, that's my dinner. And I'm like, your dinner was miserable. And now
it's not miserable, it's good.
Yeah, but like I enjoyed it as like a little snack. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'll be going ham like
yeah.
I'll inhale it. And
I was like, now you're gonna be bloated when you go to sleep because you have all this milk in your system. You're gonna wake up having a shit later.
Especially with my lactose intolerant self.
Yeah, with your
no bueno.
With your waking up the next morning having to run straight to the bathroom.
That's why Izzy gets the milk that's
lactate or whatever. Yeah.
Buttholes.
I've never really honestly truly met somebody lactose intolerant until I met you two.
They exist everywhere.
I'm always just drinking whole milk. And I got shit on for drinking whole milk. Like I was like, they would tell me like, you drink whole milk. I'm like, yes, I drink whole milk. Like, what's wrong with whole milk? I'm a whole ass man. Drink whole milk.
Whole milk doesn't bother me. It gives me the shits, but I don't care. I drink anything.
Yeah,
as long as it's not like silk milk. Man, we got a problem.
Wait, as long as what?
Silk milk.
Oh yeah, dude. You hand me some silk milk, I'm absolutely throwing hands with everybody in the room. If you try to tell me that all you have for me to eat my cereal is silk milk, yeah, we're throwing hands.
I'm trying to remember what it tastes like because I had it for a while, but I just I got used to it eventually. Where I didn't care, but I remember at first I was
not me.
I remember telling my mom it sucks.
I'm absolutely, absolutely throwing hands with everybody in the room.
Speaking of my mother, right?
Let's talk about your mom for like the 700th time on this damn podcast. All right, what you got for me?
I was telling you, I was like, my mom better not see this podcast because she's gonna be on my booty for the way we talk on here.
Yeah.
Or I got a wedding invitation, right?
Right.
But it says Mr. and Mrs. Pondo. So it went to my house, and my dad tried calling me. They texted me. He explained what happened. So I called him back. So it says Mr. and Mrs. Pondo, and then they're like, what? They're like, we don't know anyone that's getting married.
Right.
Like, but let's just look at it, right? They open it, and then they're like, who's this dude? And they're like, we don't know him, but it has like the RSVP or whatever it is. And the RSVP, I remember, this is a second invitation, mind you. The first one he sent, he kept like posting on his Snapchat saying like, can y'all like do what the instruction says? Like, I don't know what happened.
Wait, who was this? Do I know this person?
Yes. But I'm not going to put his name out there.
Oh,
for some, I'll tell you later.
Just whisper it to me. Oh, okay. Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
But
okay.
For certain reasons, I don't want to say it. But
yeah.
Some stuff happens. I guess he's getting irritated. He looks like a very irritable guy because he gone on to me. He's like, how come you haven't RSVP'd yet? I'm like, dog, your wedding's not till like another. This was like last year when I first. I was like, your wedding's not till like another 11 months. Hold on. Anyways, he puts on the RSVP. He's like, take the effing pic. It says something, but he dropped the F-bomb. And my mom was like, my son better not be talking like that. So I called my dad. I was like, what are you talking about, G? I'm like, I don't know anyone that's getting married. And he's like, well, this. I was like, oh. And then he's like, yeah, we saw the F-bomb. And then guess what? He texted it. I heard it. I heard my mom in the back. She's like, you better not be talking like that. And then he's like, you hear that? He's like, your mom said you better not be talking like that. So I was like, she better not be.
I hope your mom never sees this podcast because she will be one disappointed mother. She will automatically disown you as a son.
I've only cussed in front of her like 3 times.
Yeah, I think I've like slowly, like little by little, just kind of like started letting more and more cuss words slip out in front of my mom. Probably more than I should be. But I think at this point, like, she just like kind of stopped caring. As long as it's not like too obscene, I think she kind of stopped caring.
Kind of like the same way. He's like, we need to stop. I'm like, but it's funny.
Yeah, I think it just makes the language. Yeah, it just adds a little pizzazz on the sentence. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yep. So there's my mom right there.
Oh, good old mothers.
This happened last night too, mind you. So.
Oh, this happened just last night?
Yeah, just last night.
Oh man, that is great.
My dad called me and I was like, all right. But
yeah.
What do you got?
Man, so first off, it's time for one of my favorite segments of showing videos right here on the screen. Are you ready to lose brain cells?
No.
So
I just saw like the picture of it and I was like, this looks like.
I watched this video and I immediately lost every last little functioning brain cell I had left in me. So people are stupid, but this one takes the cake. This one absolutely takes the cake. I'm just going to stop talking.
Wait, hold on. Before we go, we're talking about stupid. It better not be like, I don't know if you've seen that video. There's like this music. It was like a black girl. I don't know who she is. And she was getting interviewed. She's like, yeah, you're the girl who was interviewing this girl. She was like, yeah, you're a musician. She's like, what's that? She's like, I ain't no magician. She's like, I didn't say that. You're a musician. Because she's like a rapper. And then she like literally went on a rant. She's like, I ain't no musician, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, girl, like, you're not educated.
Oh,
if you think you're not a musician, which you are. And then I was like, that killed my brain.
Yeah. So, no, this one might actually be worse.
Not a musician.
But you make music? That's crazy.
Hold on, I need to fix my bag.
Just by the caption, Trisha thinks we don't need gravity. Apparently this girl, her name is Trisha. I don't know who the hell Trisha is.
She looks like that's her, right? Please.
Yeah, okay. That's her. She thinks that we don't need gravity. Check this John out.
Can we just also say we don't actually need gravity?
What do you mean that we don't need gravity?
What if it was never invented?
Invented by who?
This dude?
Isaac Newton created gravity.
Whoever created gravity, someone did, but we don't actually need it.
Someone created it.
Gravity existed?
Yes.
What do you mean we don't need gravity? I'm curious about that.
We just don't need it.
But
we don't need it.
What do you mean?
The moon doesn't have gravity.
It does.
It does.
But what do you mean
but it does.
We don't need gravity. I don't understand that statement. What do you mean by it? Like that we could exist without gravity?
Yes.
You know, we would just be floating around. Nothing would be anchored to the earth.
That's all we know. Nobody would know any different.
How are you going to exist on this earth without gravity? You'd be thrown into outer space. There'd be no atmosphere. There'd be no oceans.
Literally don't know what you're talking about. Like, I'm literally just checked out of this conversation.
Oh!
So confused.
What's this?
Let's
move on.
No shit, you're confused.
Gravity is like a natural force.
Nobody cares about this. Like, everyone's gonna
Do you want me to explain what gravity is?
Nobody wants you to explain this.
I don't care about that. I'm trying to. It seems like you want to know what gravity is.
I have no interest in gravity.
Wait, you should know what gravity is, Trisha.
Why?
I can't believe this conversation about gravity.
I can't believe you're such a nerd that you can't this much about gravity. Nobody cares. I don't care. Audience doesn't care. Nobody in this room cares.
Wow.
I'm over this.
Okay, let's go ahead.
Oh my god.
Let's burn. We're almost there.
Yeah.
Okay, the hour's almost up. Thank God.
Absolute insanity.
That was a girl that come in late to high school and had Starbucks and jingling keys all over the place.
Bro, that's the type
not
of,
doing her assignments.
That's the type of girl that whenever you had a bag of chips, she would ask you, like, hey, let me get some. And then she pulls out a piece of notebook paper as a plate.
She's the one that would fight you for hot Cheetos.
Yeah, facts. Like, start a fight over some hot Cheetos. Bro,
We had a fight like that. We literally had a fight over hot Cheetos at
when
my school.
I tell you that video ruined my day yesterday, I was at a loss for words. I'm just like, holy shit. And this podcast probably has a lot more viewers than what we have, and she is stupid. That just goes to show you don't have to be the smartest person to get famous on TikTok.
You know what's crazy? She brings up gravity first.
And then
she's
says,
like, I don't care. And it's
I don't care.
Why'd you
check
bring it
out of this
up?
conversation. Like
why?
What? Like, Skip, what do you mean? What are you saying to me? Or like, you brought this up.
I don't. That was horrid.
Absolutely horrendous. What else? What you got now? What you got for me?
Dude, so I was watching. All right, so this is gonna be a question, but I have to give you some dialogue, right?
Okay.
Or some context.
All right. Give me the context.
So me and good old Esco, right?
Right.
We've been watching this anime called Jujutsu Kaisen. It's a pretty big anime coming out. That's out right now.
Never heard of it, but
So
I'll take your word for it.
So I'm gonna tell you, like, kind of like the plot of the story, right? So
Right.
it's a world. Everyone has negative energy, right? Like, if you're upset, pissed off, whatever it is, this negative energy comes out and it forms like a curse. So it's like something people can't see unless like you're a sorcerer or like it's in your family, right? It's like you could have like a little weird looking monster on you, and it feels like you're heavy. You know, like if you're feeling down, you feel like the weight, like the world's on your shoulders. It's because there's like a little monster on you. That's why there's a curse.
Right.
So there's these sorcerers. They use things called curse techniques, and they have weapons or whatever it is to kill these curses, right? So I wanted to ask. So like, let me give you some examples. So like, one dude, the way he kills these curses, he like the main character uses straight hands. Like he puts like energy in his body or his fist, wherever, and he'll use straight hands. There's a dude, he uses a technique where it's his voice. So he doesn't talk a lot because it'll hurt his voice. But his technique is like he'll go up to like this curse or whatever it is, and he'll be like, he'll say die, and it'll just straight up die.
If only it was that easy.
Yeah, if only. But that's just one of the things. Another one, like this girl she uses her curse technique in a gun, and then she'll kill him by using a gun. So I was thinking, I was like, what kind of power would you use to like kill something? Like you can use like an axe, like whatever. Like this dude uses his own damn voice. This other dude uses like I don't know how to explain. He uses like the energy around him to kill things and block things. One dude he gets like little, what's it called? Like little stuffed animals, and he'll make them come alive and go. And one dude, he'll summon out like animals, right? Like he has like a horde of rabbits that will literally try to kick your ass. Like he'll use them as a shield, but they'll come in. If you're throwing hands, they'll come in and start beating your ass.
That, honestly, that's because I was just about to say, like, I don't think it would be a bad idea to be able to like control the minds of animals and just let the animals do my dirty work.
I was like,
that's actually a pretty good one. I like that.
I was thinking about, I was like, if I was to make my own, like, what would I use?
What
Would you bust out your DJ system like ear it, and then use
No,
like a sound wave to
no,
kill
like-
people?
And immediately on a backspin, just
Like,
and then like just like I gotta letting the song play out, let people think they got it made in the shade thing in the club, just and then I hit that backspin, just and then people's heads just fucking.
like I see you like busting out like something like that, like a DJ set like that small, like the little thing right there,
Right.
and you're like just spinning it, and you're like.
And like it just on a backspin, everybody just like.
I was just thinking, I was like, what would you choose? Like, you can use the most unnecessary out of pocket thing you
know
thought
what?
of a child as a superhero that you thought of as a child.
That's not a bad one though. The little DJ with my turntables and just.
You out here killing like little demons or
Yeah,
ghost
hell
cars,
yeah,
you know,
dude, that's dope. That sounds dope. Sounds absolutely
that's
great.
That's wild, dude.
What would you pick? What would you pick?
Dude, I don't know. I was talking to Esk about it. He's like, I want you straight hands, bro. Like, he's like, imagine going like, because some of these creatures they look like they look human. Like, you can just start throwing hands and beating their ass. But I was like, yeah. I was like, when are you doing that? And then we have someone that shoots things at you. What are you gonna do then?
Yeah, what are you? Yeah, what
Like,
are you
you're
gonna do
gonna
at
have
that
to, like, dodge
point? What are
and
you
be
gonna do at that
superhuman.
point? Somebody's shooting things at you. What
Bro,
are you
I
gonna do at
don't
that
know,
point?
dude. I use some blades. I'd be like, blah. I don't know, dude.
Bro, so
Or like maybe be like a Spider-Man shoot webs, like. That'd be wild.
shit, I'm out of Spidey webs.
Instead
Bro.
of like webs, it's gonna be like darts. I'm like,
You know what? Speaking of that, I gotta know which Spider-Man is your favorite out of like the three real life characters. You don't include Miles. You don't include Miles Morales.
You're talking about just the three live action.
yeah, three like Tobey Maguire,
Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland. Who's your favorite?
Toby.
Please. Okay.
Toby's
thank
my
you.
man. Toby is my man.
Okay,
Hands down.
that's your favorite. Now, do you think Tobey Maguire wins in a fight out of all three of them?
Like, yes.
Like they're all three just going at it, just like fucking head to head, mono mono, spider. Who do you think is coming out victorious?
I'll think Toby, dude.
Tobey Maguire. And here's why I say that too. Tobey Maguire doesn't run out of webs.
What? Did you see that theory about him?
I mean, he could like have like a blockage, right? But that has to do with like the physical, like the mindset of him or something like that. But he actually creates webs out of his wrist. Like it's just these other two buffoons have to like create some gizmo gadget to be able to do their webs. Like, nah. And then on top of that, Tobey Maguire stopping Green Goblin's freaking glider, just like, ugh. Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield, love them, but get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Tobey Maguire taking that John all the way.
I watched Andrew Garfield's the first Spider-Man. I've never watched him until like last week or two. It was all right, but he's kind of like, I don't know. He was all right. What's his name? Tom Holland. No, he ain't taking no punches. Good Spider-Man for being actual representative of being like a teen in his character. Yeah, but Toby, you hear about the theory about like when he fought Doc Ock, like Dr. Octopus? You know?
Are you talking about in Spider-Man 2 or
Yeah,
like,
that one.
nah.
They're saying Spider-Man when he was throwing his punches, he was knocking him out, but his like arms, since it's connected to his brain, kept waking him up. So he was punching this man left and right, getting knocked out, and these things kept waking him up.
Like those arms said, "I ain't hear no bell."
And apparently, like they didn't want to fight him, but like they had to. Like, what were they gonna do? Run away?
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna fight. But yeah, Tobey Maguire, hands down.
Tobey Maguire, hands down.
A lot.
Not a question about
A lot of people love Andrew Garfield, and I don't see. He's not bad. But I just don't see it.
Yeah.
I see why he didn't get third movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of girls think it's because he's cute. I'm like,
No, it's not it.
like he's not even that cute either.
It's because his Spider-Man character wasn't that good.
Yeah, it was decent. I gotta watch the second one.
Yeah,
still.
like if you ask me, like which movies perform better, I think Tom Holland's
No, obviously, because like everyone's getting wet over the MCU. They're like, oh, this is the new Spider-Man's coming out. Oh.
But yeah, I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man's performed better than Andrew Garfield's.
I think he's an overall good Spider-Man. Like,
Yeah,
like, I don't
overall
mind.
in general.
I
yeah.
don't mind watching it. It's good though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I'm ready for that continuation though. I'm ready for that part 2 of or I guess it was
Part 3?
Part 3
For Miles Morales?
Miles Morales.
I think it's gonna be hard, dude. They moved it back to 2026. I was like, no.
Are you serious? I thought that John was supposed to come out next year.
Yeah, no. Was it 25 or 20? They pushed it back. It's not coming out this year no more. They pushed it back.
To 26?
Yeah, it's either 25 or 26.
How hard is it to create a comic book movie? You're not shooting any live action, nothing.
Well, have you seen? It takes them a while. But for like their animation, it said it took them a while. So but it wasn't even due to that. It was due to like staffing,
I gotta
complications. No one was agreeing in there.
Yeah, oh my god, I gotta keep waiting for all these sequels to keep coming out. Like now, I gotta wait till 2025 or 2026 for part 2 of the Fast 10 movie.
I haven't even watched that yet.
The first one was dope. The first part was dope. Not gonna lie, I didn't have that high of expectations for it, but it actually kind of delivered. And now I'm pissed. I gotta wait till freaking 2025 or 2026. I think it's 2025 for part 2. Like, I am so sick and tired of all these sequels. It's just like coming in whatever, and it's like 3 years away, and it's just like, bro,
I'm probably be dead by then.
yeah, like I
enjoy
might be
it.
dead by then. Like I'm trying to see that John right now. Like I'm still here waiting on the last season of freaking Stranger Things.
For it, there's been a fat minute. Like,
Bro,
just
like-
drop that John, bro.
Yeah, just drop that John already, bro. Like I'm tired of waiting.
There is an anime that literally had two final parts, and then so it says final part, like bet, and it's like, oh, you're gonna get the second final part next year. All right, bet, but that final part is gonna be a 2 more final part.
Oh
and I was
my
like,
God.
what?
What are you-
It's
what
like
are
a 3 final part
It's
thing.
like, why are we calling each one final parts?
Like, I was like, oh, this one had like a sequel, and then a sequel to the sequel. I
Yeah.
was like, what is this?
I ain't gonna lie. I like prequel sequels. Those are pretty dope. Like how the like with the Insidious movies, like from 1 to 5. Like if you watch them 1 to 5, they're not in chronological order.
Yeah.
Like they're like you have Insidious, and then you have Insidious 2, which is actually like the sequel, and then like Insidious 3 and 4 are like prequel sequels, and then you have Insidious 5, which actually like takes place at the very, very end of this time sequence. Like, oh, bro, like you know what has actually never made sense to me? It blows my mind how Star Wars. So Star Wars, the original, whenever it was Lucasfilms, it was the first 3 movies were what later actually became
The sequels.
Yeah, 4, 5, and 6. And then it wasn't until like way later when like animation, like CGI and all that became better, that they dropped 1, 2, and 3. And I'm just like, damn, like they made like the sequels like way beforehand in like the early 90s. And it's like in the early 2000s, they come with like, man, like how do we explain 4, 5, and 6? And then they just come up with 1, 2, and 3. Like absolutely insane.
You gotta be creative. It's actually pretty. Wow.
But actually, you know,
Same thing was happened with Lord of the Rings. They had Lord of the Rings. It came out in the early 2000s, and then they dropped the Hobbit series like after that in the mid 2010s and 20s.
Were the Star Wars books already a thing, or did that come later?
Later, because it was a movie first. Because when the first Star Wars came out, everyone was like, "What is this?" Like their CGI, you know, using spaceship on streets. They're like, "Dude, that's crazy!" Like we didn't see nothing futuristic, and then they started dropping like books after that.
Yeah, okay.
Because they're trying to go, they started making their own, not universe, but like they started expanding on certain things.
It's crazy how they were able to go like so far back to make like these huge like prequel sequels. So I think the creativity, like you gotta have some like major creativity to like drop a movie and then be like, hold on, gotta explain the backstory to this. Just like for instance, like you know me, I'm a very big Breaking Bad fan, and then after Breaking Bad, obviously they dropped the movie El Camino, which is pretty much it's an actual sequel. It explains what happens to Jesse Pinkman after the fact of Breaking Bad. But then they, after that, released Better Call Saul, which is the prequel sequel to Breaking Bad, which just pretty much explains how Saul Goodman, Gustavo Fring, and Mike, how they all like came into play into where Breaking Bad kicks off. So I don't know. I think to me, like, you gotta have like a very creative mind to be able to be like, all right, gotta come up with a whole ass backstory to this movie or show that I've already created.
Yeah. Creativity goes a long way, dude. I feel like creativity is not good anymore.
Oh yeah, like we've said a million times, WWE is a freaking number one prime example of creativity going down the shitter.
But then you see like a bunch of movies being like remade. Like I get you remake movies from like the 80s. It's cool having your own version, but then people just constantly keep remaking. I'm like, shit, all right, dude. Like this is like Halloween. I love Halloween, but shit, they already made like 10 of them already.
Yeah, like Michael Myers has to die at some point.
Even go make Rudy Myers. I don't know, dude. Yeah, go make his long lost sibling. I don't know, dude.
Or maybe he has a sister named Michelle Myers. Like I don't fucking know. I was like, but it's just like, man, it's just like me and a buddy were actually talking about that earlier though, or like the WWE aspect. He's like, I just gave up on WWE, and I'm just like, bro, honestly, like the storylines they had back then and the characters they had back then were terrific.
Unbeatable. In my ear itches. You ever finish your twisted tea? Oh, that was disgusting. You sick bitch. I got that.
It's all about the game.
I am not
how you
an
play
audience
it.
member.
It's all about controlling if you can take it.
Wipe off my leg now, you disgusting thing.
That's a
wipe it off.
That's a you problem. See, like you just don't get no better than that on the WWE aspect.
I hate you. That spread all over my leg, you buffoon. I hate you. No, wipe it off.
Nah. Okay, but okay, but it's all over my mic. But
yeah, I can see you.
It's all good. Hey, nothing like some good old classical Triple H. You're lucky I don't fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin these fucking.
Yeah, drink my tea while you're at it, you douchebag.
Hey, okay.
Woo! Let's do it.
Okay, but speaking of old school WWE characters,
my laundry's done, dude. I can hear it ringing.
Yeah,
like
that Samsung.
Dude, that music's too long,
before I get into this continuation of the WWE thing, Samsung. There is no reason why that song, when my clothes are done washing or drying, needs to be a whole ass EP. Like that shit ain't even a song. That shit's a whole ass EP. That song could have easily been cut off like a third of the way through, and I would know my laundry's done. But
I could eat 2 bowls of cereal before that thing finishes.
Yeah, seriously,
that thing's.
I could cook a 5-course meal before that song is done. But so speaking of, like I was saying with WWE before
That's how COVID spread, jackass.
Hey, fuck it, it's all good. So, do you remember? You remember that old school? Well, like not old school, but like during like the kind of like newer old era, like early 2000s. You remember
the Ruthless Aggression?
You remember Finley?
Yes.
What was that man's little weapon of choice that he carried around?
It's like a club.
Yeah, it's like a club. What it's called. Starts with an S. SH.
The thing?
Yeah.
It's like the shillelagh? Shillelagh?
Yes, there you go. Okay.
That was called shillelagh? Yeah.
So I'd only ever seen him carry one around. Never seen one in person. Ever. Until today.
I heard you listen to that video. I swear. Some random.
Until today. Until today. So I work for a school, obviously, like I've said a bunch of times on this podcast. So at some of these schools, mainly particularly the elementary schools, a few of the different elementary schools that I've gone around and checked out early in the mornings, especially ones that have like a big, pretty wide
parking lot?
No, not parking lot. concrete, like a sidewalk that just goes like the whole perimeter of the school, right?
Yeah.
And to include the playground, it's just like a big perimeter of the school and the playground. Because some of these schools actually are like attached next to an actual park. So sometimes, you know, little old ladies like to go get their exercise in, right? They're going walking. And they're doing their little power walk. Like some of them walking with their little doggies, their little poodles. This lady today.
I feel like you're about to ruin it for me. 'Cause I want to watch.
What
the
do you think
video.
she was walking with?
Shit, lady's her weight. I swear, if this doesn't make me laugh, I'm gonna be upset.
Your leg still wet?
Huh?
Your leg still wet?
Likes to what?
Is your leg still wet?
Are my legs still wet?
All right, so like I was saying before my TV cut off, I had to do a little edit on this one, right? Because this lady, full on, in hand, walking around the school, just like casual as can be, with a shillelagh.
Name is Finley, and I love to fight.
Like what? Why do you have this?
Dude, she gotta protect herself out here. You don't know what these weirdos are down to do.
Bro, so when I saw this, right, immediately I'm thinking three things. One, where did you purchase such weaponry? Because I gotta know, where did you purchase this thing in Lubbock, Texas? Number two, why do you have this? Most people carry like a little pepper spray in their pocket, something concealable, something you don't see. Question number three, which could probably answer question number two, who are your ops, lady? Why do you have a chalet? Who is the Ireland Mafia after you? Like, who are your ops? Why do you have this thing?
I was expecting her to be like speed walking with that thing.
Nah, bro,
But
she was straight mob walking with this shillelagh in hand. I was just like, yo. I saw her make one lap and I was like, there is no way that's what I just think I saw. She made lap number 2 and I said, that is a shillelagh. I saw her coming around for lap number 3 and I was like, you're getting recorded. I had to capture this on video. Otherwise, nobody was going to believe me.
Dude, you gotta be careful with the young kids, dude. They're douchebags. Dude, no ladies.
But here's the thing, though. If this was like in the proximity of a high school, maybe I could understand. But this was at an elementary school.
Hey, she's out here protecting them from child molesters. You understand?
And little chomo gonna try to pull some slick shit, and she gonna be right there with shillelagh in hand, just boom.
She's at
shit, Finley with the shillelagh in hand.
She's in the front line before the cops get there.
Yeah, man. I was like, holy crap, bro. I was like, that. So homegirl yesterday ruined my day. That one made my day, and that happened at like 7:45 in the morning. So like since then, bro, I still, as of right now, like aside from that video, like just showing it, like all day, I have not been able to stop thinking about this shillelagh that this lady was carrying.
That's funny, dude.
And honestly, I'm gonna go to bed tonight still thinking about that damn shillelagh. That was absolutely crazy. Bro, like, I'm telling you, bro, like, the shit that you see just, like, on an average random day, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, that was a good one. She's just chilling with it in her hand.
Bro. I'm telling you, like, if I would have told you, like, hey, I saw this lady walking around the school with a shillelagh, would you have believed me if I didn't have a video?
I probably would. Old people would have some weird things.
Hey, old people be wilding out, bro. They be wilding. Oh, snap. Oh, dang. Yeah, anything else for the episode?
Oh, I do, dude. I was thinking about this. You know how a lot of kids don't play outside anymore?
Oh, my God.
We're
about to, now that you say, I'm going to let you continue on, but we're about to go down nostalgia road.
So, do you think they know the smell of rain? Do you think kids now know what rain smells like? You know, when you're chilling outside, you're like, oh, it's about to rain.
Bro,
you think they know?
Bro, I honestly highly doubt it. Like, Like, man, dude, that's like honestly, that was always like one of my favorite smells. Like,
you
you
smelled
just
those,
like,
oh, it's about to be
yeah, like
raining.
you're outside playing on a hot summer's day,
It smelled good too.
and then like you're like it's a hot summer's day, you know, you're playing around, and then the evening starts coming in, and then it starts getting a little cloudy out, and then you just, and then like, oh,
it smells fresh.
it smells, it's about to rain. And then like you can't help but like want to stick around outside for a little bit while it starts raining, and then you go inside.
Dude, like me and my dad would go out there, sit outside, in that little, or we used to have rocking chairs. We'd sit outside, drinking some coffee. I was like, oh, it smelled
Bro,
good.
I'm telling you, man. Like the next time it's like I know it's about to like be a good rain starting in the evening time. Say we just go outside with a little cafecito and just I'm gonna get that patio set for the front. And we're just gonna sit and chill and enjoy some little cafecito. But you know, I really honestly truly believe that millennials, which what year were you born?
99.
99. Okay, so you're technically Gen Z.
Technically. I don't
Yeah.
associate with them though.
Yeah, so
I don't claim them.
which I mean I think so Gen's like early Gen Zers and you know probably up until about like, you know, 2000, 2001, 2002 maybe. You know, and then of course millennials, like I think we were the last to like truly experience the world when it was beautiful. Like I just can distinctly remember, you know, summer of 2006, 2007, waking up, you know, and the house is quiet. And then, you know, you just can't help but wait to get a call from one of your friends like, hey, we're having a swimming party in my backyard, or we're having a swimming party in so-and-so's backyard. You pull up to that house and they've got like little ice popsicles on the free, like in the little cooler ready to go. They got the little hug juices, and you know, somebody's dad is cooking out, and it's just a good time. And then, you know, we all go and ride our bikes somewhere. You know, we're out in the front yard playing football, or go across the street to a park playing some football, just enjoying life before technology really kind of took over. Like sometimes I really go back and I think about, you know, whenever I was growing up and just how truly good I had it. I'm really glad I got to grow up in the time that I did.
It was a nice time. Not a lot of people
Man,
experience.
it was.
This past weekend, I was being a little kid again in a way because I went to. No, it was yesterday. You know, when you're like, "What are you doing? New deal," being a little creeper, right?
So I share. We share our.
He just stalks me. You and both
we
stalk
share-
me.
we
He's like,
share-
what are you
we-
doing? Where are you doing at? Where are you
We share our location with each other on Snapchat. So I only share my location with like I have a bunch of friends on Snapchat, old friends, new friends, acquaintances, but I only share my location with like probably like 12 selected people that I truly like care if they see my location. He's one of them, and I don't know. Like every now and then, I just like I'm always like, man, where's Panda at? Where's J Panda at?
I'm the same way.
And I go and check. I go and check his location. Well, last night I saw that he was in New Deal, and I just texted him being a little toxic. I was like, "What are you doing in New Deal?" And yeah, we do that shit all the time.
Yeah. So I mean, I ended up going to the park, right? Well, they don't got sand anymore, but I found a stick. I about to cadaver someone's ass. They died, you know. And I kid you not, I went and I dug me a circle trench like a little kid that I was.
That's dope.
And then like I was waiting for the boot thing. She took her child to the park. She was watching him, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna swing, and I dug a little trench circle.
That's dope.
And then I didn't get to finish, but still, I was like,
yeah. Oh man, I'm just like, man, I could not imagine being a little kid today, man. Like, it's just the world's so overran with technology, man. Like, bro, there's second and third graders that have phones, and they're just like, just like scrolling through. They were like, Mister, I was like looking through TikTok, and I'm like, first off, you're in third grade, you're 8 years old. Why do you have an iPhone? Why are your parents allowing you to be on TikTok? Like, enjoy being a kid, man. Like, I think that's one thing that we really need to get back to with these kids, man, is just let them enjoy being a kid. Let them enjoy going outside and playing. Because honestly, it breaks my heart to see it, man. Just a generation so overran with technology.
This is gonna keep getting worse and worse.
Oh
too.
yeah, fact.
Where technology's going. Apple just dropped their new little, what's it called?
Apple Vision.
Apple Vision. Look how many kids are gonna get that by the time they
Yeah,
get
like,
older.
like next Christmas, guarantee you every little kid.
Dude, you know that's the thing that sucks the most, especially like when I hear things about kids and Christmas. Like they get a toy, they get whatever, right? Whatever their family provides them, and the technology's so bad. Then like they don't like their gift because their friend Johnny, got an iPad and they didn't. Because Santa brought him an iPad and Santa only brought him a G.I. Joe or whatever.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing about it's like splitting kids and everyone's all sad because they didn't get an iPad or an
Yeah, and I
iPhone.
think honestly that's why it's like so many kids nowadays, like they're so like privileged,
Entitled,
yeah, and that's
dude.
where I was like entitled, man. Like I could go on and on about this, but we'll go ahead and wrap this episode up. Hey, just remember, parents, let the kids be kids. Send their asses outside every now and then. Tell them get off that phone. Tell them get off that iPod. Tell them get off that.
Go build their immune system.
Yeah,
please.
go build their immune system. Like that's why like we don't get sick that often because we were outside playing. We drink water from the manguera.
Dude, I don't even get sick. When I want to get sick, I don't get sick. But when I don't want to get sick,
Yeah,
I get sick.
Anyway, thank you guys for joining us back. Another week, another episode. This is episode 14 of the Garage Goonz podcast. As always, I am your host, DJ Vega.
I am J Panda.
And we will see you guys next week.